Luke 7:14-17. Then Jesus went up and touched the bier. They were carrying him on, and the bearers stood still. He said, "Young man, I say to you, get up." The dead man sat up and began to talk, and Jesus gave him back to his mother. They were all filled with awe and praised God. "A great prophet has appeared among us," they said. "God has come to help his people." This news about Jesus spread throughout Judea and the surrounding country. As we mentioned yesterday, this is happening in the town of Nain. To this point, we are not familiar with Nain. Luke's gospel does not mention it before this incident. As a matter of fact, this town is not even referenced anywhere else in the entire Bible. To the best of our knowledge, this was Jesus' only visit to Nain, which is a wonderful thing for this poor widow. The itinerant preacher and rabbi shows up, and being moved by this widow's situation, tells her not to cry. Then Jesus steps forward and stops the bier. Do you see what's happening here? Jesus is stopping the trajectory of a funeral for a nobody from Nain. Jesus is wiping away tears and pausing a bier on its way to the grave, and then Jesus speaks. In Jesus' spoken words are life. It is not a coincidence that Jesus speaks to this young man, and this young man breathes. And then in turn, this young man also speaks. Whatever sickness or situation that brought this young man to be deceased was obviously well known to the citizens of the town. No doubt in the days leading up to the funeral, they had gathered and spoke of this poor widow in hushed and pitied tones. None of them could do anything but convey the widow's son to the grave. And then Jesus showed up. Despair turned to joy, and that joy was focused on God. And Jesus would move on to his next person in desperate need, because that's what Jesus did.